Another loss for Arsenal away against Wolves as they plunge further down the table. And obviously, some of the most controversial decisions were made this Tuesday night. I'm here with Fionn. Hi, Fionn.
Hi.
So, Fionn, quickly, would you like to run us through David Luiz sending off? If you at home haven't seen it, it's pretty controversial, and that one and the Bednarek one later in the evening we're getting a lot of press. So could you just run us through the red card rule?
Yeah, so it's like if the striker is clear on goal and you foul him, then it's a red card and a penalty. And obviously, the controversy with it is that Bednarek and David Luiz are both trying to get out of the way, and they're not trying to foul the striker. They're not trying to actually make contact with the striker. They're trying to get out the way. But it's the fact that they've still fouled them while they're clear on goal. And that's just where the problem is. Like, is it a red card? Should it not be a yellow? You can see it's not intentional or whatever. And obviously, if you're going directly by the rule book, then the red card and the penalty is the correct decision. But you also have to look at it in real time. It's not like Bednarek is going sliding into the player, trying to take them out. You can see.
But that's the whole controversy with it. If you go for the tackle, you can clean him out. But it's only going to be a yellow card, because the whole point of it is that they're not trying to play the ball. And if it is a clear denial of a goal scoring opportunity, it is a red card. And obviously, a lot of the big net. I know Rio Ferdinand was absolutely disgusted. I saw John Terry on social media was going mental about it as well, because these experienced centre backs, the problem with the players at the moment is that a lot of the time they don't know what's going on, they don't know what to do, and when you look down at that on the pitch, particularly down at Old Trafford, you're looking at a lot of confused faces. You're looking at Bednarek. I'm not sure if you saw when he was leaving the tunnel after he got sent off. You could clearly hear the words, Martial said it wasn't a foul. Yeah, and
I think he's just saying that. I think he's mad. He's just obviously, the heat at the moment. You've been red carded. You're mad.
No, you could say that, but you can see them talking, and you can see them down on the pitch in real time. And Martial kind of shrugs his shoulders. He a bit like a sort of a spoilt school child who doesn't want to admit that he's been caught in the game of tag. But it's kind of it really is. It's controversial, but if you are Mike Dean, it is the correct decision. But 4 red cards in the one night,
I know, yeah, it was mad, but but for Mike Dean, it's an awkward decision, because VAR also got the penalty earlier on in the game wrong for United, but at the same time, you have to clear that out of your mind. That shouldn't be a factor included in this decision, and I think he's made the right decision giving the penalty and the red card. But at the time, it's the right decision. But then there's the speculation of, if he takes him clean out but goes for the ball, like you said, it's a yellow because he's trying to go for the ball. Whereas he just completely stays away from the ball, but he's trying to get out of the way, and he's clipped him by accident, and it's a red card. And that's just where the thing of you have to look at it in real time is. It's like, there's, like you said, there's a very unsurety of the rules at the moment with handballing in the box, with offsides. We've seen Patrick Bamford's goal was ruled offside because he pointed to where he wanted the ball. They measured his finger of his arm sticking out, and it was called offside. Obviously, this was months ago, but, and a lot of the players are giving out, they don't know the rules. Like, Kevin De Bruyne blasts a ball into the box. Joe Gomez is running, and the ball hits his hand, and it's a penalty for Man City. And obviously, Joe Gomez says himself, when you look at the speed of the time of the ball that Kevin De Bruyne can hit a ball in, like the speed he puts it in at, and you're just running as fast as you can back, You're not trying to run with your arms down. You're just running. And obviously it hits his hand and it's a penalty. There's just a lot of controversy with VAR. And there is the unsurety of all the rules. And that's just the problem with it. No one knows properly the rules and how everything should be, what they can and can't do. And that's why a lot of the players have lost down at the touchline now.
And I think when you do think about it, though, I mean, obviously, Ramsey, the young 21-year-old right back, thrown into the mix, thrown into the deep end for Southampton. When you look at it back, though, I mean, I'm looking at the image here. Cavani's foot is on the line. Ramsey's foot is not, and Ramsey's foot is on Cavani's foot, but it is tight margins, and I'm just looking at it now, and it's not a penalty.
But when they looked at it,
that is a penalty.
VAR, the clips they showed, it wasn't a penalty, and then they did the analysis at halftime. You play the clip through, and you see when he actually then fouls him, the foot's on the line. The line is part of the penalty area.
Cavani, I can agree with you there. Cavani's foot is on the line, but Ramsey's foot is not.
Yeah, but the thing is, he's being fouled while he's in the penalty area. If you understand what I'm saying. But Cavani is in the penalty area. This is the thing. There's too much unsurety of the rules.
Yeah, but fair enough that we don't know. But I mean, how are these players? I think I'm. Obviously in hindsight, it's because we did win 9-0. But I mean, it's a weird one. But
yeah,
I mean, the players, it is their job to adapt, and it was an interesting game. I mean, he didn't really get a lot of support at the back. Gineppo showed a sort of reluctance to defend, as you would expect from him. But they've really got opened, and I mean, just to revert back to Arsenal, the same kind of thing is happening here. So I mean, obviously, I think the David Luiz one is definitely, definitely without question a red card, and we talked about the it's one with Southampton. Hold on, just 2 seconds, but we talked about that, obviously a red card, but I think the David Luiz one, and we will get on to the Bernd Leno one. David Luiz one is a foul, and I think, no one is that skillful. They can get out of the way. I mean, wrong place, wrong time, call it what you like, but yeah.
Yeah, but you can't just stop when you're sprinting at speed behind someone. That's the thing. A penalty, yes, but should they be sent off for it? That's where everything's at, and the unsurety.
I mean, you see, for Mike Dean, you have to slide in. Luiz has to slide in there and make it look like he's trying to win the ball, but he's not. Just clipped him. He's tried to get out of the way. He's not trying to win the ball. He's not trying to win the ball. He's not trying to win the ball.
Oh, I know, yeah, but that's just obviously the problem. Is it intentional? Is it not?
It's obviously not intentional, but he's not trying to win the ball, and I mean, that's the problem. And Bernd Leno comes out, and it's kind of like, God. Last 2 brain cells in his head after conceding a 30-yard screamer to João Moutinho. I was kind of thinking,
Moutinho's goal is unbelievable.
The final brain cell in his head, just handballing the ball outside the bar. I mean, it's literally, I would say, the first rule that you learn as a keeper. And I mean, he's full of the bag, really. Yeah,
he's out of the box. He's a handball. It's a joke.
I mean, yeah. Coming up to time there, so thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for listening to the Sideline Podcast. Thanks, Fionn.
Thanks.